Hey, it's Russ and Lauren from the Infectious Groove Music channel here on YouTube. And we do a couple of different series on the channel, one of which is 5 songs to start with. And it's basically aimed at people who either haven't heard this artist or have heard like the one song. And today's topic is Harry Chapin, who I feel like most of anybody has heard the one song.
Yeah. Yeah, and I actually didn't include that song on this list because Cats in the Cradle, I feel like that is not really representative of what Harry Chapin did. Yeah, you know, it has a story to it, but he's got stories that are so much better, and here they are.
Right.
So the first one I have is a song called Taxi from the album Heads and Tails. And I think Taxi this is up there as, this might as well be a Lauren's top 5 favorite Harry Chapin songs list, but it's also a great place to start. And this does that thing that I love and Harry Chapin does really, really well, is this tells a very sad story in a way that doesn't sound super sad.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. There's beautiful orchestrations. It's kind of it feels ethereal for a story that's just really, really based in reality.
Right. Yeah. That one I wasn't familiar with till I listened to the list. The next one I had heard, the next two I had heard somewhere along the way, and both I feel qualify for the same thing, like good storytelling.
Yeah, absolutely. The next one is A Better Place to Be, which if you're into short songs, this is not a song for you. This is about an 8+ minute song. And I like that it's kind of it's in little vignettes, you know, so a guy sidles up to a bar, he's not talking much, and then the bartender kind of gets something out of him, and he tells this big sweeping story, and then it comes back to the bar at the end, and the story kind of starts over again. Right. It's really, really cool. It's a great story song.
And then the next one on the list is one that I know I didn't hear until you played for me, but I was like, wow, what a cool story. Yeah, this would be in my top 5 songs for sure.
Yeah. WOLD from Short Stories.
Right.
It's great. Yeah, it's an aging AM radio DJ who's kind of regretting what he did with his life. But man, it's catchy as heck. And this song is as close to like Harry Chapin, definitely a folk musician, but this is as close to like a rocking song as he gets. It's super awesome.
You know, you've got 2 more. The last one is a very interesting and fun one. But the second to the last one, not as fun and funny. Not as fun and funny,
but also probably the lightest and prettiest song on this list. Yeah, it's just a nice little ditty about adultery.
Right.
You know, his main character in this is kind of a guitar musician who ends up giving music lessons to this married lady, and she wants to learn a love song.
I was going to say, and ergo, I want to
learn a love song. Yep.
So, and we always say this in all the videos, but the links to all these songs are in the description below. So if you haven't, all you've ever heard from Harry Chapin is Cats in the Cradle, or maybe 1 or 2 of these, definitely check out the songs, and you don't have to go anywhere to look for them. You can just click right on them in the description. The last one that you have on the list, like I say, is definitely a fun one, and it's one that I didn't realize that this is more or less definitely where Weird Al got the idea for the Biggest Ball 20 in Minnesota.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 30,000 Pounds of Bananas. And I'm talking about the live version from the Greatest Stories Live because it has alternate endings. Yeah. There's wonderful crowd participation. And the thing about this song for me is it's based on a real story that kind of happened in the place where I grew up.
Right.
I've been on the hill that leads into Scranton, Pennsylvania. And I remember my dad saying, Harry Chapin wrote a song about this very hill. And then he took me home and played this song. Yeah. And that was it.
That's great. So those are 5 songs that if you've only ever heard Cats in the Cradle, or like if you're like me and you've heard 1 or 2 other Harry Chapin songs, those are the 5 songs Lauren would tell you to start with first. Like we always say in these videos, go listen to them and see what you think. But if you're a Harry Chapin fan, you're like, no, I wouldn't. That's not the 5 I would pick. Feel free to leave that comment as well, or let us know what you think of Lauren's picks in the comment section below. And as we always say, thank you so much for watching.